Have you ever had nasty, horrible people in your life? Have you ever had somebody gossip about you, criticise you, pull you down, say nasty things about you to your face or behind your back? Have you ever had a bad experience with a human being, somebody that's cheated on you, they've been nasty to you? It's just been a horrible experience. And I stand here as an old lady with a wealth of life experience and literally having met hundreds and thousands of people and had some beautiful people in my life and some really horrible ones, really nasty, terrible situations where people have stolen, they've been negative, they've said terrible things, they've told lies, a whole heap of stuff. And I'm really thankful for every single one of them. And is it possible that we can learn, we can get better, we can get stronger, we can get wiser as humans from every horrible experience we've ever had, and particularly from the people that have, and I can't put it any other way, people that shit on us, people that are just, and I don't understand why. You can be a lovely person, you can do all the right things, you can be the person who doesn't gossip and doesn't criticise and doesn't pull people down, and you do everything to be a kind, respectful person. And is it possible that there will still be people who are nasty to you? And in fact, I'll go a step further and say, is it possible that the nicer you are, the more likely you are to have people that are horrible to you? And what's that got to do with you? And it's something that was shared with me a very long time ago that, Rowie, it probably isn't about you. So there's that funny song. You probably think this song is about you because you're so vain. We often think that people are being nasty to us or criticising us or pulling us down because they don't like us, and we take it really personally. But is it possible that whatever's going on in their life has to do with them, not to do with us, and they're just taking it out on us? I use an example. I went into a public toilet one afternoon and I asked a lady how she was. It was the lady that was cleaning the toilet. And I'm always a happy, positive person. I'm really nice to everybody. I gave her a big, happy, smiley face and asked her how she was. And I'm just going to give you her response. She said to me, "Fuck off and what do you care?" That's a really interesting response. Now, what I did know, because I'm a mature lady, I did know that she wasn't angry with me because she didn't know me. So I asked her what was going on and was there anything that I could do to help. I didn't take it personally. Why would I? She didn't know me. And I passionately share, because this is a really important story in my life, that woman ended up working on my team with me for several years. She had had a terrible life. She was going through a terrible experience. She was having an awful day, and she just happened to take it out on me that day. It wasn't about me, it was about her. And maybe that's something to consider when people are being nasty to you. I'll ask another question. People that bully, people that they're aggressive, they're just nasty people, whether it's on social media or to your face. A powerful, passionate, positive, respectful, kind person, would they ever bully, would they ever be nasty to anybody? Is it possible that a weak person picks on a weaker person? So if somebody's trying to bully you or pull you down, is it possible that maybe they think they can? Because they're a weak person. And I always use that example. It's a fable about a man who wanted to have the tallest building in town. So he had the choice of building a beautiful building and making it the tallest building in town, or pulling everybody else's buildings down, burning them to the ground. So then his little building would be the tallest building in the town. And is it possible that that's what some people do? They haven't got the courage, or might be they haven't got the experience or the knowledge, but it might just be that they're not very nice people. So rather than trying to become nice, respectful people, they decide to pull everybody else down to try and make themselves look good. Now, I don't understand that. I don't want to understand that. But why would I take that personally? That is a challenge with that person. The next part of that is, what do you do when somebody's nasty to you? Do you forgive them? Do you move on? Do you still have a relationship with somebody? And that's a very personal thing. Something, again, that was shared with me to consider a very long time ago is, if somebody's nasty to you once, that's their challenge, because they have now revealed themselves as a nasty person. Isn't that awesome? But if you keep them in your life and they are nasty to you twice, could that be your challenge because you've kept them in your life? So where does forgiveness come in there? And I'm not actually sure. And I think, again, that's a personal thing. do we have to accept the fact, though, that if somebody has revealed themselves as being nasty or being a gossiper or somebody who criticizes or somebody who's disrespectful, that's their choice to be that person. We now have a choice as to whether or not we have them in our life. That is our choice. Isn't that awesome? They get to choose who they want to be. What they do, what they say, their actions reveal who they are. And then we get to choose how we respond or react to that. Do we forgive them? Do we keep them in our life, or do we move on? And for your own inner strength, for your own mental health, for your own self-esteem and self-confidence, how many of those people can you put into your life? People that are nasty, criticizing, people who pull you down, people who are disrespectful. How many of those people can you actually handle? Or do you want to surround yourself with only great people? And that's a really interesting question, because if I've only got lovely people in my life, how would I get stronger, tougher, wiser, better? Do I need to have horrible people in my life so that I can learn, so that I can grow, and so I can get better? So it's a great thing to consider. What other people do is their business. It's none of my business. They can do whatever they want to. What I do is my business, and how I react or respond to what people do is my business. So if somebody's nasty to me, can I forgive them? I get to choose that. But if somebody's nasty to me, I forgive them, and then they're nasty again, and I keep them in my life, do I need to accept the consequences that that person has revealed themselves as a nasty person? And this is a really great question. Do people change? And the behavioural scientists are very strong on this with me. I have lots of great conversations with neuroscientists and behavioural scientists, and they all share with me that I can't change other people. They're very confident on that. You can't change other people. Other people are going to do what they're going to do. You get to change how you react or respond to them, but you can't change other people. Do other people change? That's completely up to them. So can somebody go from being nasty to being nice? I don't know. That's up to them. Can somebody go from being lazy to disciplined? I don't know. That's up to them. Can someone go from being a liar to being a truth teller and never tell a lie again? That would be completely up to them. And you get to decide in between, if that person was a liar, are they now a truth teller? That's something that makes us wiser and stronger, isn't it? So what are you going to do with the people in your life? Do you accept them as they are, and if they're horrible and nasty and terrible, you just forgive them for that? Or do you have a personal philosophy that says, I'm only going to have nice people in my life, I'm only going to have respectful people in my life? And it's an interesting conversation that we have in our house quite regularly. There's your inner circle, people who you trust, people who you believe in, people who you respect, and people who have the same for you. So they like you, they respect you, they trust you. There's a more outer circle, so there's people that you associate with, that you have to associate with because it might be for business or for sport, or people that you wouldn't put into your inner circle but they're in your life. So you're aware of the way they treat you, and you accept some things and perhaps not others. There are some people that come into your life and you've heard the expression for a season, for a reason, or for a lifetime. Some people it's just for a short time, it's just a reason for this particular minute, and then they're never there again. But everybody that comes into our lives, they get to reveal who they are. We get to accept whether or not, or we get to choose whether we accept them as they are, and we get to choose who we have in our life. And I've got an even better question. What if you're the person that you like, that you respect, that you believe in? Who are you? What do you stand for? What are your core values? What are your non-negotiable standards? Do you live up to those every day? And then what you bring in and out of your life, do they fit into those core values, into those standards? Whether that's a group of people, a person, a personal relationship, the people that you bring into your life, are you negotiating your own personal standards to have those people in your life? And if we can learn and grow from people, that's great. But I'm going to give you a really interesting analogy. You could search through a rubbish bin and find a healthy apple. Somebody might have thrown away a full, uneaten, healthy apple. And you could take that apple out of the rubbish bin and you could wash it and eat it, and it could give you nutrition. But the reputation of a woman that's digging through the rubbish trying to find food that's good is an interesting reputation. And I'm sharing that with you because do we have to have disrespectful people in our life to learn and grow? It's a great question. I have certainly learnt and grown and become wiser and stronger because of the horrible people that have come into my life. But because of those experiences, I feel that I've become much more aware of what people do and what they say and how they treat me and what I will accept in my life. And I'm a positive, optimistic solution finder, and that's the kind of people that I would love to have in my inner circle. There are some people that I have to have in my life because I do business with them or I am associated with them through other arenas of life. And there are some people that I just will not have in my life because I don't want that kind of negativity. I don't want that kind of disrespect in my life. That's my choice, and isn't it awesome that you get to make that choice too? So forgiveness, acceptance, treating people beautifully, respect, they're all things that we get to choose. And for you to be a happy person every day, for you to have a healthy, fit, strong body and brain, for you to have a career or business that you love, for you to be in a situation where you can live the way you want to live, what's that got to do with other people? And if you have to have other people in your life, should we be aware of those people? Should we be aware of the consequences of having people in our life who have once treated us badly? Would we accept that again? And isn't it awesome that we can learn and grow from every experience? So I'm very grateful and thankful for the nasty, horrible, terrible people I've had in my life. They've made me stronger, wiser, and better. And I wish the same for you. Thank you for coming to Romax. My name's Rowie, and I'm here every day because I would love all of us to live life to the max, either by ourselves or with the people that we love, but not half max, not 3/4 max, not average. How about live your life to the max? Woohoo!